Welcome to tonight's first ever joint leadership dinner with the Hong Kong Jockey Club Scholarships and the JC STEM Circle.
A very warm welcome on behalf of the Hong Kong Jockey Club Charities Trust to tonight's very special event. Perhaps this crossover represents a really important milestone, which provides a unique opportunity for two very distinct but synergistic groups of talent that the Hong Kong Jockey Club Charities Trust is nurturing for the Hong Kong community to come together to share and also to get to know one another and network.
We would like to take this opportunity to appreciate the presence of our guest speaker, Professor Andy Neely.
I think that universities are incredibly important anchor institutions in local economies. For many cities and regions, universities are absolutely vital economic and anchor institutions, and they help that local community and the local economy flourish. If you think about most of our research, it's typically funded by the taxpayer, and it's perfectly reasonable for the taxpayer to say, how do we benefit from this work? And that's why I'm such a fan of the Hong Kong Jockey Club's fellowship programs, and why I'm so delighted to be here this evening. Because you too have decided to take that step. You, by joining into these programs, have decided to say, actually, it's not enough just to be a great scholar. Actually, I want to try and take my ideas out and make a difference in the world.
Thank you, Professor Neely.
Hi everyone, it's the Fireside Chat, and let's bring our hands together for Professor Andy Neely on stage.
I think you mentioned a lot of points about breaking boundaries. How can you overcome that fear and constantly learn something new?
But imagine you're a flea or an ant, and you sit on the outside of the rabbit and you can see the world. So my advice would be, if you ever find yourself sliding down the hair of that rabbit and getting too close to the skin, try and find a way of climbing back up so you can look out at the outside world.
Hello, sir. Just a question about the journey of how you got here. How do you deal with competition?
You know, if I was starting my career again, one of the bits of advice I wish someone had given me at the start was go and look for groups of people who you respect, who will give you a hard time about your work, and because they will force you to make your work better and better. Not because it's a competition, but because actually that's how you improve.
We got a lot of scholars from today. What are kind of the major advices for them so that they can progress their career and to be a successful people in their community moving forward?
I'd be saying to people, go to the best conferences you can go to. You need advice from successful entrepreneurs, and what you'll find is that actually a lot of those people are incredibly generous with their time. They're quite willing to help the next generation.
Thank you, Professor Neely.